If you've got softened water, you've unlikely to get limescale. Right, first things first, let's understand when we talk about hard water, what we're talking about. Wherever you live, obviously there is the bedrock underneath where you are. Now, if you are, like we are in the UK, places like Cornwall and Edinburgh are on a band of very hard rock granite. Now, granite does not readily dissolve in water. So when water lands on the ground, it filters through the rocks. It doesn't dissolve the rocks. So when the water comes out your taps, it's what we call soft water because it's water. But on a lot of the UK, and obviously I'm guessing that you're in America, but like I said, I'm not great with American geology. A lot of the UK is on chalk and limestone, sedimentary rocks, and they are soft rock. So, water falls from the sky, land on the rocks, filters through, comes out your tap, and because of the fact that it does dissolve in water, it has traces of chalk and limestone and other sedimentary rocks in them. Then it lands on the surface, and those rocks deposit out onto surfaces. There are some astounding places where this happens at really high rates. Look up somewhere called Mother Shipton's Well, for example, and examples of concretion, which is another thing this happens, things like that when you get these silly young earth creationists say, oh my God, this hammer's been, it's concretion. So what you're looking for is you've had something deposit on, and I've got it on some loos in the town hall here, where obviously there's a limescale ring, but once you've got that ring, it's a rough surface that anything in the water will deposit on. Now, sometimes you're lucky and all that's depositing is chalk. Other times you're getting problems with slightly harder limescale because honestly, right. A woman walked past with a bag and a child. Right, so it depends what rock your water has picked up or what mineral your water has picked up as to what it's depositing. And then usually what we have around here is it starts off by it deposits a soft chalky limescale, which comes off really easily. You can just dissolve it in a bit of something. But over time, it picks up more of harder minerals that then turn what was quite a soft, crusty thing into something really hard with the consistency of concrete. And then with time, it turns harder and harder and harder, and it can be more difficult to budge. Now, without knowing what that is, knowing what will remove it, around here in loos, but only in loos, not on baths, I use hydrochloric acid, spirits of salt. It's very strong. It will burn you. It will do you a serious injury, and it will turn any metal fittings it touches as black as my glasses in seconds, and that is not reversible. Don't use it on your bathtub. Generally speaking, if CLR doesn't work, that's a combination of acids. You could try some other acids. You could find out if you've got softened well water, it's probably not sedimentary, it's probably not limescale as we know it. Iron, I know you have in your water here, which we don't have as much here, certainly nowhere here. Sometimes physically, something like the Barkeeper's Friend powder, which is both acidic and abrasive, does quite a good job. So maybe try using that to see how that actually works. I mean, it can work really, really well. Try not to scratch up your tub. So I'd recommend using plastic-based scourers because they are less likely to damage your tub. But yeah, so that's why I recommend things like Viacal and CLR, because they're chemically dissolving the limescale concretion. But if you're on softened well water, I'm not quite sure what that would be. But start with Barkeeper's Friend and have a think if you can work out what it actually is on your tub.